If you're like me, you don't really believe in coincidences. So either Mayor Eric Adams has the worst taste in friends, or he's secretly the president of, let's just call it, New York's own celebrity crime club. So he's handed Sean Diddy Combs a key to the city only to demand it back when some old assault footage popped up. And don't get me started on his buddy Bishop Lamar Whitehead, who was so good at making money disappear that even Houdini would have been impressed. But maybe we're the ones with the issue, guys, staring at his scandals through a smudged window while he's up there polishing his image like it's just another day at the office. It's always fair to assume that we're being too harsh, or following our misguided assumptions. It could be that Mayor Adams just is a misunderstood mayor with a knack for picking the wrong company. Or is there something more sinister behind these connections? Now, one thing's for sure, with the FBI knocking on his inner circle's doors and his own reputation on the line, this story is far from over. So it's time to grab your Windex, guys, because things are about to get crystal clear. So, from my vantage point, it appears that Mayor Adams is scrambling to prove that he's as clean as the windows on the top floor of City Hall, where nobody ever bothers to look. Now, you can't pour water down my leg and then tell me it's raining. It's almost statistically improbable that all of Mayor Eric Adams's associates would end up looking shady by mere coincidence. From the fraudulent bishop to questionable donors with foreign connections, it's as if he's using a handbook on how to collect the most scandal prone friends in New York City. His pattern of questionable ties suggests a glaring issue with his judgments, or even worse, a blatant disregard for optics altogether. The most recent indictment charges him with bribery, fraud, and accepting illegal foreign contributions during his 2021 campaign. Now, allegedly, Adams used a network of straw donors to funnel money from foreign nationals, particularly Turkish officials, into his campaign coffers. The indictment portrays a pattern of corruption that spans nearly a decade, accusing Adams of leveraging his position for personal gain through luxury travel, free accommodations, and lavish perks. So the charges, if proven, could not only spell the end of his political career, but also result in serious legal consequences. And that's not all. Several of Adams's close advisors, including the police commissioner and the school's chancellor, have been targets of FBI raids. Now, these investigations are looking into potential misconduct and corruption within his inner circle. Although Adams himself has not yet been charged specifically in those cases, the raids suggest that the problem might run deeper than just one or two bad actors in his administration. It's always the little things that trip people up, right? I mean, like, no one really cares if Mayor Eric Adams is vegan. Remember Fishgate? Like, we don't care if you're vegan, pescatarian, or you munch on a tomahawk steak every morning for breakfast. But when you've been parading around New York City as the poster child for plant based living, and then you're caught sneaking some fish sneaking some fish at a fancy restaurant. It's not about what's on the plate, it's about the principle. Like my dad used to say, why lie when the truth will do? Like, it's the perfect example of how people in power get tangled up in the silliest of lies for no reason. That's all that's really saying. Like, sure, you can deflect accusations of corruption and bribery with legal teams and press conferences, but when you're caught in a scandal named Fishgate, that's bad. It's like getting taken down by a paper cut after surviving a sword fight. Suddenly people just will start to wonder if he's lying about eating a piece of salmon. What else could he be hiding? So here's to Fishgate and all the other little scandals that, for better or for worse, give us a window into the character of our leaders. Because sometimes it's the small lies that reveal the biggest truth. So for more on this developing story, the Tiffany Henyard scandal, and all things true crime, don't forget to subscribe to Southern Confidential. And thank you for tuning in. And of course, I'll see you next time.